Hey guys, Ravi here from IraFX, and today we'll learn how to make this 3D logo animation. This is quite simple and beginner's tutorial considering the fact that you know how to use Adobe After Effects. So let's get started. Let us first divide this tutorial into 3 steps. Step 1, creating background. Step 2, converting logo to 3D, and step 3, animating camera. In the first step, let us create a new composition. Click on composition, new composition, and you can name it to 3D logo animation, and this is a 1080p resolution, and click on OK. To create a background, create a solid and let me name it as background and click on OK. From the effects and presets panel, type in gradient ramp. Drag the gradient ramp effect onto our background layer. Now set the start of ramp to 960 and 540, the end of ramp to 3000 and 1080. Set this to radial ramp and make sure to swap the colors. Also, since I'm using the After Effects logo to give you an idea about this animation, I'll be using a slight purple tint color to the background. So select our effect on the background layer and set the end color to a slight purple color so that it matches our logo. So we are done with the background. So in step number 2, we'll be giving a 3D look to our logo. Drag your logo onto this composition and you can scale it up a little bit so that it looks clear on our background. Now right click on our logo and click on Pre-Compose. You can name our Pre-Compose layer as logo and make sure you select this Move All Attributes option and click on OK. So now from the Effects and Presets panel, type in Exposure and drag this effect onto our logo layer and set the exposure to -2.5 so that it becomes a little dark. Now we'll be typing an expression to the position parameter of our logo. So click on this button here and expand the transform options. Holding Alt on your keyboard, click on this stopwatch icon so that you'll be able to see an expression editor. So you can type in the expression that you see on the screen. Once you type in the expression, we'll be duplicating our logo layer. Make sure you turn this to 3D and you can duplicate this layer by selecting it and pressing Ctrl D on your keyboard. I'm pressing Ctrl D for around 20 times so that our logo is duplicated 20 times. Now click on the topmost layer of our logo and remove this exposure effect. So the top layer now does not have exposure effect. Now go to the bottom layer, bottom logo layer, and type in drop shadow. Drag this drop shadow effect onto the bottom logo layer, and since we want the shadow to be to the left of our logo, turn this direction to the left and increase the distance of the shadow for around 25, and also make sure to increase the softness so that it looks natural. Perfect. So in the third step, we'll be creating a camera and animating it. So click on Layer, New, Camera. So I'm setting all the default options and clicking on OK. So now select your camera layer and go to around 4 seconds or 4.5 seconds and click on this timer stopwatch icon for the position. And now go to the first frame of your composition and select this unified camera button and rotate it in such a way that you can observe our logo is having a three-dimensional look to it. You can see that our logo is converted to 3D and it has also got shadows that are dropped behind. Select these two keyframes here and right click them, and from keyframe assistant set it to easy ease. You can see that the logo is now has a smooth transition. So now click on this graph editor button, and if you don't find a graph like this, right click and make sure that edit speed graph is selected. So now holding this end and drag it to the left so that it looks the way similar to the one that you see on my screen. Now we'll be giving a final touch to our logo where a light ray sweeps in. So selecting our logo, type in CC Light Sweep. Drag the CC Light Sweep effect onto our topmost logo layer. Drag the anchor point to the left side bottom of our logo and set a keyframe by clicking on this stopwatch icon here, and move a couple of frames forward, like around 2 seconds, and move it to the top right of our logo. You can now see that a light ray sweeps over our logo layer. We are done with our logo animation. You can simply add a text and animate it to display your website URL or tagline. You can download this project file as a template for free from my website. And if you are looking for more visual effects and tutorials, consider subscribing to my channel, or you can also follow me on Instagram at VFXGuyRavi. See you next time with another exciting tutorial. See ya.